Hey everyone, it's Sunday today, so that means it's time to sit down and chat all things ChatGPT, generative AI, and catch up with the news in the week. Today is going to be a bit of a lighter news week because I'm surprising my boyfriend by going to Disneyland, and that's going to be super exciting. I've also changed the camera because I could only take seeing motivational quotes in the back for so long. So yeah, we're shifting cameras and we're jumping into generative AI news. Let's go. Okay, so let's dive into some news. Let's dive into some odd news first, just for fun's sake. So if you haven't seen this, there is a Snapchat influencer with almost 2 million followers that has launched CarynAI, which is using generative AI to power a virtual girlfriend app. The intention here is to help cure loneliness. Now, I have issues with curing loneliness for a fixed fee, but I digress. Let's just jump into this. So there's an influencer named Karen, and they're developing a virtual girlfriend, and it is now available through a platform. And yeah, really the intention with CarynAI is to work with psychologists to help cure loneliness for men. So yeah, they stated that the team spent over 2,000 hours designing and coding the chatbot to create an immersive experience. And I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the movie Her more than we realize, and at a very faster pace. Apparently, CarynAI has generated over $70,000 in 1 week of beta testing of the virtual girlfriend. So fans pay $1 per minute to use the chatbot. Currently, there's over 1,000 users. Okay, I can see that this is good on one hand because there's a lot of lonely people out there. You know, after the pandemic, we're facing a pandemic of loneliness. However, I feel like this also kind of enables some people to continue being lonely, and the hikikomori in Japan that just stay home. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. I think it's just really interesting, and this is yeah. Maybe you'll see Rob AI. Maybe you'll see Rob AI, but it will be free. And you'll get sick of it. No, okay, anyways, moving on. Let's move on. And in some other news, let's move on to the consulting world of generative AI this week. So Cognizant has released a press release launching the Cogniznant Neuro AI platform. So their intention with this is to responsibly deploy generative AI at enterprise scale. They're hoping to have a library of reusable generative AI models and agents. I think this is great. Go Cognizant. That's fantastic. I have to say as well, though, I'm happy that they are, they've kind of they're catching up to speed with the Bain. I think the thing that I'm wondering now is what's the added benefit, or what's the USP over things like Amazon Bedrock. I feel like I'm biased to this news already, but that's it on the consulting front for this week's news. Let's turn to the world of prompts now. FlowGPT has announced a prompt hackathon, and this is fantastic for all the prompt engineers out there to win up to $6,000. I'll put a link in the description, or just go to flowgpt.com and you can navigate to the prompt section. So they have different themes, which is very cool. Money. Yeah, yes, please. Virtual characters, which is nice, especially with the virtual AI girlfriends coming through. I don't know why I just winked there. That's creepy. I'm going to edit that out later. Actually, I probably won't. Anyways, registration begins May 18th. So you can register. You can also sign up for a workshop with the winners from the first hackathon that they held. So this is pretty neat. So for all those prompt engineers, I would check this out. Also I think for anybody, I would just check this out more so look at the workshops. Yeah, I think that there could be a lot of cool ideas here. Now in some news regarding academia, there has been a professor that has gotten into a bit of trouble because he has failed his entire class, accusing the entire commerce class of using ChatGPT. So he assigned 3 essays and decided to mark them the day after graduation, all 3 essays for each of the students, and has identified incorrectly that every single student has used ChatGPT to create their essay. Now, this is the email that the professor had sent out, basically outlining that, all of these times ChatGPT was identified in the papers. Now, I think this is a super interesting case when it comes to ethics and ChatGPT in academia, because a rightful Reddit user posted his reply and posted the reply in a, checking ChatGPT, did you write this content? Then pasted the email, and ChatGPT said, yes, I wrote the content that you've shared. So either this is entirely hypocritical of the professor, or it shows that AI detection is not as seamless and as precise as some people think that it is. I want to shout out to students that are watching this. If you are encountering any of this, perhaps check out the itwasn'tai.com. This is something that it's kind of an advocacy group for students that may have been wrongly accused of using AI, because we know that that can really mess your entire academic career if you're falsely labeled with academic dishonesty. And I think more so, being a former teacher and a former college professor, one of the things that just kind of grinds my gears is that a lot of professors aren't actually actively moving towards generative AI, being like, okay, this is like, how do we use this as a tool, and how do we actually update some of the testing methods, the assessing methods of this knowledge, rather than just kind of like regurgitate an essay, you know, in your own time, like a take-home assignment. It's one of the easiest assignments that you can give as a college professor. But I think that for the future of academia, I think that we need to treat AI as a tool and see how we can integrate it in some of our classes. Now let's end with some ChatGPT news. So the CEO of OpenAI has met with the Senate Judiciary Committee to talk about AI, responsible AI, and the pose of threat that it could be for harm for the world. So Sam Altman went and spoke with the U.S. Senate, and some of the key takeaways was that, he agrees to a certain extent that there needs to be a bit of regulation regarding AI, and also too, he sees kind of the threats and challenges that if it is unchecked, what it could mean for society. So this is super nice to see that he is meeting with regulators and discussing this, rather than just sort of hoarding this technology and building AI empires. But I mean, I guess we never know. And lastly, let's switch gears and talk about ChatGPT. The interface has been changed and updated. So if we go to ChatGPT, we no longer see the ability to choose the legacy ChatGPT 3.5. We now have this fun toggle switch. So it's pretty pretty, huh? I can imagine that for me, I would say that this redesign is probably used and more beneficial for mobile users. And this is nice because, there's no official ChatGPT app. So please be safe if you're downloading any sort of ChatGPT app. Please be safe when it comes to inputting your credentials, because hey, don't cry for me, Argentina, if your data is scraped or your tokens are used because you used an unofficial app. So just a warning. And that's it for the news in the week. And in my life this week, as mentioned, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow, and that's going to be super exciting. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'll post a little video. I think you can take videos there. Yeah, of course you can take videos in Disneyland. If you'd like news about ChatGPT and generative AI each Sunday, go ahead and click subscribe. If you like this video, go ahead and press like. And that's it. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time.